I can remember walking the shoreline on Stockton Island, and I could feel this unconditional love for all creation, for the water, for the beauty. When people come here to visit the park, I think it's really important to know that it has a rich cultural history here in this area, and that for centuries, the Anishinaabe, as well as other tribal groups, have lived in this area, and they hunted, and they fished here, and they gathered here. I think about what the Creator gave us and provided for us by creating these particular islands. They're a part of my soul. They are a part of my spirit.
Here we are up in northern Wisconsin, Apostle Islands, and we have all these little connections to the land and the spiritual connection to the land itself. We have areas that are sacred to us that you can literally feel the aura in your body on this particular piece of land. Whether you're Anishinaabe or not, these areas can have that feeling to everybody.
I love going out of the area and coming upon Anishinaabe, because we all know each other. I feel everybody needs to know who they are and where they come from.
So the legend tells us that in the Ojibwe migration, the great Anishinaabe nation, known as the Ojibwe people, lived on the eastern seaboard just off the St. Lawrence Seaway. And the teaching is that the migration itself took over 500 years to reach Moniwanikani, Madeline Island. And when they got here, that's when the mega shell appeared over Madeline Island. Prophet said, you'll know your home when you find the food that grows on water. And all the signs were in place where they found the monoman, the wild rice that grows on water. The migration was a spiritual journey for the Anishinaabe. The prophets encouraged the Anishinaabe to go on a great migration. And they would find not only Mino-Dabatso and the good life, but also they would find their long lost home.
For me personally, growing up here, I have that deep love and deep connection to the lands and the waters. Coming from a commercial fishing family, so as a youngster, I was able to actually stay here on Manitou Island and have that connection to this island itself as a commercial fisherman's son. As a commercial fisherman in the 70s, we were able to come out here and spend time on the island here and have that connection to history and create new history for us and tell those stories that were of this area, which is unique. So this is one of the few places that I do come at least a couple of times a year and visit and retell my stories that I remember from my father. Coming here to Manitou is just unique. It's special. And I really appreciate that it's still here. And I can tell those stories that I was told. I wish I would have paid more attention and listened to more of the stories and remembered more of them. So when you go to a different area, there's stories there. There's things to be told about it.
I feel most connected to this area all the time. Every time I get up and I come outside, or when I'm walking and I see people, our community members, I feel connected when we walk by the water. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally connected. That's how I think about it.
We have that connection with Mother Earth and the surrounding waters because in today's terms, that's our gardens, that's our grocery stores. That's where we go to get our food that we traditionally have used for 7 generations and beyond. And now in the new generations, we're trying to carry that forth and reteach the younger generation into that concept of what was and what could be.
I think one of the really important pieces when visitors come here to recognize the beauty of the Apostle Islands, and then to also recognize the fact that the Anishinaabe people lived here and other tribal groups lived here for thousands of years. If I had a teacher elder, I asked her, what would you do if you didn't have the big lake around you? And what her response was is, I would shrivel up and I would blow away in the wind. She didn't feel like she would exist. That teacher happened to be my mother. Every day she would walk the shoreline up till 90 years old, and she would get a chance to observe what we have. And to her, that was love. And if she didn't have it, she would just fly away. And that's the way I feel about this area. That it's very important for us to protect what we have. It's love that's unconditional. I guess to me that is the real bliss of the Apostle Islands.